to see the full spectrum of what the military has to offer in its diversity, they had me at hello, baby. You ain't marching no more. So I was like, okay, so we're not marching. What are we doing? Girl, if anything, my brows are going to get on my nerves in this. Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you who do not know me, I go by KB here on YouTube, and in real life, if you see me in the streets, my name is Elisha. This video really is about why I joined the military and how I joined as an Air Force officer. So I joined the military. I commissioned back in 2010 from the University of Southern Mississippi. Prior to then, back in junior high and before, I had no interest into the military whatsoever. I didn't even like to ride and fly in planes. So how did I even come about it, right? In my hometown, we actually have an Air Force base. It was Keesler. And it was there my whole life. It was just something that I saw as, oh, that's a military base. And we would drive around the base. That was all I knew about the military, and all I knew that even though it was an Air Force base, for whatever reason, I still figured it was Army. No one else in my family was military except for a few of my cousins, and they were actually in the Army. They steered me against joining the Army, and they told me, hey, if you're going to join the military, go Air Force. So I'm forever indebted and forever thankful for them for being honest and true. They're like, no, Elisha, we know you, and we know the type of girl you are. The Army is not for you, child. And I was like, okay. Took their advice and I chose the Air Force. But backing up, while I was in high school, I joined JROTC. So I did that for 2 or 3 years. My focus really was just like the drill meet. I knew I liked to lead people. I had a natural, I guess you can call it, inclination to lead. Not that I consider myself bossy whatsoever, because that's not a leader. But I just had a knack, and I found that I had a passion for being on a team and helping a team succeed. So I knew then that, hey, this is pretty cool. So I interviewed for a few scholarships. I wanted to attend 2 universities. I wanted to attend either LSU or heck, even Spelman. Baby, Spelman didn't even send me nothing back in the mail. I was just inquiring and they didn't send me nothing. But Florida A&M. So I interviewed for 4-year ROTC scholarship at the University of Southern Mississippi. And long story short, they gave me 24 hours to decide if I would take a full ride. And I just thanked the Lord, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. We took the scholarship, and I'm here today. My ROTC experience was, I was your typical college girl. I wasn't all about the military, and I was just like, I just came here to like drill and march and stuff. And honey, I'm gonna tell you right now, once you graduate your little tech school or training, you ain't marching no more. So I was like, okay, so we're not marching. What are we doing? That was just my young ignorance. And my detachment, I wasn't really attached to it. I couldn't find like my niche. Like I was a minority, and neither here nor there. One of my best friends who pushed me through, and she was like, no, we need to go to class. We need to do this, that, and the other. I was like, I don't want to be up in here with all these people. I just didn't have a passion for it. And so I was going to drop out, with the scholarship I had the first year was, after the first year I could decide whether I wanted to stay with it or I could leave. And I didn't have to pay back anything. And so I was convinced, like, after that year, I was like, I'm not coming back, because they're talking about aerospace studies. Like, I don't care anything about planes, and the military is still, like, the Air Force, I just wasn't there for it. And so they sent me to which is a blessing in disguise. They sent me to a summer program. I think it was like 2, maybe 3 weeks, maybe like 2 weeks. But we went to an Air Force base over the summer. And you guys, that summer, that week or 2 weeks, I'm sick. I'm not getting emotional. Those 2 weeks, I connected not only with the people there. There was such a diverse mix of people from race, gender, ethnicity, across the board. We all had different perspectives from different areas of the country. But the people made me want to stay. I was like, this is the military. Like, they're not just one group of people and I'm the eyeball out. As an officer, yes, you will be the eyeball out several times in your career. But to see the full spectrum of what the military has to offer in its diversity, they had me at hello, baby. So we had a really good time. We toured a lot of the flight line. I got to see a lot of the aircraft there. Heck, after leaving there, I wanted to be a maintainer. I was like, no, I want to be down here, twerking the wrench, baby. And get me in here like I'm trying to get my hands dirty. that was not for me. And I love my maintainers, baby. Like, hands down, y'all holds it down. Like, the guy who's a finance officer sitting at the desk next to me, he was a prior service maintainer. Holds it down. I call him dirty boots though, but like his perspective, like he sees the warfighter. Boom. Like, I'm more on the side of the people. But anyways, neither here nor there. Getting back on track. So after that experience, I was hooked, and to me, I saw the Air Force. I saw the firsthand experience. I saw our enlisted airmen. I saw a few officers, and their go-get-em attitude just wheeled me in. So I finished ROTC. I can't say it wasn't a struggle, because while I was in college, I pledged a sorority. I was still very much so outside of the detachment, but giving the speeches and learning a little bit more about the history. And I'm not a history buff, but getting in there, and I still couldn't connect to the aircraft. And as I've gone through different bases, I've attached myself to the missions. Even now, fast forwarding to today, and I'm all over the place with this, so I'm sorry. But the base I'm at now, we have bombers here, and I am so attached. I'm like, yes, that's the bombers. Like, I see us from whenever I was deployed to watching like Super Bowl ads and football ads, and I see us, flying over. I'm like, yes, global strike. Like, that's my thing. Like, I ain't flying no plane. But to know that the people I support, the funding that I push down to the field, the things that we're buying to help modernize our fleets and do this, that, and the other, it's a direct attachment to it. And so I love it. And heck, I smell their fuel every week whenever they burning. One of my coworkers always says, that's the smell of freedom. It's the smell of freedom, all right? Anyways. So yeah, my college experience is very much so the normal college experience. I knew the academy was not for me. In my mind at the time, I was like, I just want a normal college experience, and I don't want to be in uniform all the time. I don't want to have to deal with this, that, and the other. But I knew I did not want to be engrossed in it. I still wanted to have some type of civilian life. And I got that experience. Whenever it was time for ROTC, by the skin of my teeth, I was there doing ROTC stuff. Outside of ROTC, I was there doing Elisha and what I found enjoyment in. That was my college experience. And then I commissioned. I did change my degree a few times. I first started out in accounting, changed it to finance, and then I'm trying to graduate and try to graduate on time. So yeah, I graduated with a degree in business administration, and then I was supposed to have a delayed entry. I'll probably have to talk to you guys about that a little bit later. If you have questions about delayed entry, hit me up in the comments box so I can see what I can find for you. I wasn't supposed to be going. I graduated in May, and I wasn't supposed to be actually entering active duty until like October. But for whatever reason, one of my school slots opened up early, and so they're like, hey, you can go early. And so I was like, I ain't doing nothing. Let's go. Let's make this coin. So I went ahead and went to my finance tech school. Once my school was over with, it was like 3 months. And then I went to my first base, and it was a whirlwind. It's been a whirlwind ever since, and the best experience of my life. Tons of stressors, but I met tons of great people, and it's a good experience. And it's not one that I think I'll just be candid with you, many people know about. I encourage you just to ask the questions, and that's what this channel is for. It's for you to ask the questions. So if you have questions, ask, put them in the comments down below, and I'll either try to do a video. I'll try to pull some people into a couple of my videos, my vlogs, and we'll talk about it. It will be open, honest, and candid. That's all we can be. Because I think a lot of times people just want to know the truth before they sign their name away. And there are a lot of things about the military, a lot of myths, a lot of lies, but a lot of things that people just don't know. And that's what this channel is for. So ask the question. But yeah, that's my story. That's how I joined and why I joined. So the why is because, honey, I was looking for somebody to pay for school. I told my parents, they're not paying for school. And I didn't want to put that stress and that burden on them. To me, that was the best way, and it's one that I don't regret. To the point that, initially I thought I would just be in for 4 years, and here I am 8 years later. So that's my story. If you have any questions about my career, put them in the comment section below, but just for the sake of the length of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.